The man was attempting a tightrope walk 500 meters above ground between the Twin Towers in New York, but he was facing something far more serious than the threat of falling to his death. Two police officers stood on the rooftop, frantically urging the man not to do anything foolish. Their desperate expressions made it seem as though he might plunge into the abyss at any moment, but the man just smiled slightly. Under their stunned gaze, he hoisted his balancing pole onto his shoulder, quickly turned around, and changed direction, beginning to walk toward the opposite building. Everyone watching held their breath in nervous anticipation. But halfway across, the man placed his balancing pole on the wire and knelt down. He slowly spread his arms wide and looked down at the crowd below, like a majestic eagle soaring freely through the sky hundreds of feet above ground. Meanwhile, his companion was running into trouble. Another group of police officers had stormed onto the rooftop, all wanting to pull the man down from the wire. But the man paid them no attention. He even stood back up and began dancing on the wire with his balancing pole. The officers' hearts jumped into their throats. Just when it looked like the man was about to reach the rooftop edge, he turned around once again and headed back toward the other building. The police were at a complete loss. No one dared to step onto the wire to arrest him. But the next second, the man performed an even more astounding feat on the wire. He stepped 1 foot onto the balancing pole and stood on the wire with just one leg. The incredibly difficult maneuver left even the officers on the rooftop grudgingly impressed. Then the man lifted his balancing pole and continued walking forward. The police quickly prepared to catch him, but just as he was about to reach the rooftop edge, he turned around yet again. No one knew what he was planning to do next. This time, the man stopped in the middle again. He suddenly sat down slowly on the wire, as if what he was standing on wasn't a steel cable but solid concrete. The next moment, the man actually lay down completely. The crowd of onlookers below kept growing, and nobody could believe what they were witnessing. Just then, a pigeon suddenly flew through the sky. Looking at its blood-red eyes, the man felt a sudden sense of foreboding. Could he really bring this death-defying tightrope performance to a perfect conclusion without any safety measures?